Hello and welcome to this session. Today we are going to cover quadratic equation and how we can solve the quadratic equation using the middle term factorization or by completing the square method, or how we can apply the formula method. So in order to understand the quadratic equation, first of all we have to check what is quadratic equation. So if any equation, if I write like ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, if you see here the degree of the variable is 2, the maximum degree is 2. In that case we can say it is a quadratic equation. So when we say quadratic equation, that means the value of x will be 2. That means the solution of the equation will be 2. That means we'll get the two values of x. So we'll start with this. If there is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, there is like a middle term factorization which we'll understand in this. Then how we can use the complete square method and formula method. So before starting these two, I will explain the formula method. If we have a standard equation like ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, and then we have to find out the root. In this scenario we can write like root is equals to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So a, b, c. A is the coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is constant. If you see there is plus minus, that means in this scenario we are going to get the two solution. Solution is nothing but we call it a root of the quadratic equation. Now b square minus 4ac, if this value is greater than or equal to 0, then only we will get the real solution. Otherwise we will get a solution imaginary, which is I'm not going to cover in this session. So b square minus 4ac, or we can say no solution in that scenario. So if there is a b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means there is no solution, we can say, in this scenario. And if it is greater than 0 or equal to 0, if there is equals to 0, then roots are equal. That means we'll get the solution 2, but both the value will be same, like 5 and 5, 4 or 4, like that. So root are equal. And if this b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means we are going to get the solution, but it will be a distinct solution. That means the different value, that means we can get plus 5, minus 5, 2 or 3, like that. So we'll use all this and we'll see how we can solve the middle term factorization in the question this. So first question, if you'll see, it is from the 0607 paper code M22 of question number 42, sorry, paper code of 42. So this is what a plus b whole square. We know the general formula for a plus b whole square. Whenever we write like this, we write like a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is how we can expand. So in this scenario, a is 2x, b is 3. So I am going to write here a square plus 2, a is 2x, b is 3 plus 3 square. So 2 square is 4. So answer will be 4x square plus 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 12. So I'm going to write here 12x, and 3 square is nothing but 9. Now all these, if you see, this is x square, this is x, and this is 9. They are not like term, we cannot add or simplify further, so this will be our answer. Okay, so this is how we can solve or simplify, expand and simplify. Now if we'll go to the question number 2, 4x square 12x plus 5 is equals to 0 can be written as like this one. Find the value of k. Okay, so this value can be written like this way. What will be the value of this one? So there are the different ways we can solve it. We'll see how we can, like suppose if you wanted to expand this one using the above formula, right? If you see the 2x plus 3 whole square, there was already, we did it. So we can write like this, 2x square, instead of 2x plus 3 whole square, directly we can write this one. We can utilize the previous answer. So answer will be 4x square plus 12x plus 9 is equals to k. Okay, now if you'll compare with this one, on this side, left hand side, it is 0. That means there is nothing on the left side. What we have to do, we have to bring this k over here. So 4x square 12x plus 9 minus k k have positive sign. If you see, when we'll bring on the other side, it will negative, is equals to 0. Now if we try to compare both the equation, 4x square 4x square, 12x 12x, and this is 5, and this is going to be 9 minus k. That means from the above equation and this one, from 1 and 2, what we can write here, 5 is equals to 9 minus k. So k is negative, we can bring over here, this is variable and this is constant, will bring on the one side, so minus k will become plus k. 9 minus 5, which is going to be 4. So k is equals to 4. So our answer in this case is 4. Okay, so this is like how we can utilize the previous question, like we use the expand and simplify. That's why I am using this one. And then I compared the, after simplification, I compared both the equation on the left hand side. Both the equation have 0 value. So right hand side, if I see the 4x square 12x and 12x, and this will be like 5 is equals to 9 minus k, both are the constant value. When I compared both of these things, I got the value of k. Now whatever, like if you see here the equation, this one, use your answer to a part 2 to solve the equation 4x square plus 12k plus 5 is equals to 0. Now they are saying that use this one. That means if you see, can be written like this one. That means I can write here 2x plus 3 whole square is equals to k. This can be written like this one, where we have value of k is 4. So I can write here 2x plus 3 whole square is equals to 4. Okay. Now whenever I bring square on the one side to the other side, it will become the square root. So 2x plus 3 is equals to square root of 4. Okay. So whenever I will, this will be the plus and minus sign. Okay. 2 sign, because the square of 2, this can be like plus or minus 2 whole square. Either we can take plus 2 or minus 2. So 2x plus 3 is equals to plus 2. This time I am writing plus 2, or 2x plus 3 is equals to minus 2. There could be the two scenarios, one is positive, another is negative. Now we have to find the solution. So this 3 will go on this side. What will be our answer? 2x is equals to 2 minus 3. 3 is bigger than 2, so sign will come as negative. We'll subtract. 2x is equals to minus 1 and x is equals to minus 1 upon 2. This is our first answer. Now this one, when I will bring on this side, it will become minus 2 minus 3. Minus and minus, like term, we can first add it and then the final sign will be minus. So x is equals to minus 5.2. So we have to answer. If you want, you can write in decimal or in the fraction form. So I'm going to write here minus 1 upon 2 and minus 5 upon 2. This is our answer. So since they ask us to use the part 2, that's why we are using it, or we can use another way as well. But for this question, since they ask us to utilize the second one, previous question we utilized and we got the answer. Okay. Now moving to the different type of question, if you'll see, solve by factorization. So here, like, we will see whether the middle term factorization will come into the picture or not. So let's try to solve this question by using middle term factorization, and I will try to explain you how it works. Middle term factorization. Okay, so whenever we get this one, it should be in standard form, like ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, which is already in question, it is already given, right? So first thing is, like, whenever we get, we have to rearrange the question in this form only. After that, always multiply first and last. Coefficient of x square is 4. I can write here 4 into minus 5. Always first and last term we have to multiply. Our answer is minus 20, right? Now 20 is our number. Factorize this 20. 2, 10, 2 into 5. So we got the factor, like prime factor, 2 into 5, right? Am I correct or not? Let's check. 2 into 10, 2 into 5 is 10. So 2 into 2 into 5. So 5 into 4 is 20. Okay, now we have to add or subtract. Like if we have this value, now we have to add or subtract. We have to do anything in order to get the middle term. Okay, so middle term is 8. Okay, and we have to check which are the number which we can take it, group it in order to get the 8. So if you'll see here, if I will try to multiply 5 into 2, I will get it to 10, and this is 2. 2 into 10 is 20, which is our coming like, right? And 2, if you see the positive sign is here, right? Middle term is positive. That means the bigger number will be positive and the smaller number will be negative. That means minus 2 plus 10. If I will do this one, what value we are going to get? 8. That means if you see, it is matching our requirement, right? So this is our factor which we need to, instead of 8x we have to put it this. So I'm going to write here 4x square minus 2x plus 10x minus 5 is equals to 0. If you'll see here, minus 2 plus 10 is 8x. 2 into 10, 20, minus 20 is coming, right? So this is fulfilling the requirement. So what we did, first of all, whenever we are going to solve using the middle term factorization, first term into last term. What is the value you will get? Try to factorize and do it in a prime factor way, like 2 into 2 into 5, all these are prime numbers. Now we have to make the arrangement or the grouping in order to get the middle term. So middle term was 8. I can see it like 5 into 2 is 10 and 2 was there. So 10 minus 2 will be 8. 10, like if you see, if there was like, instead of that, if there was a negative sign over here, then in that scenario we have to take like 10 will be negative and 2 will be positive. But in this case scenario, 8 is plus. So 10, the bigger number will be positive, smaller number will be negative, like this way. Now we have to make the grouping of two numbers like this way. Okay, two terms, my bad. So first term is like, if you see, the first term 4x square minus 2x, these two if we are going to group, what are the factor? We can take common, 2x. So here what is remaining? 2 into 2, 4, so 2 will be there and x will be there, minus 1 because there is 2x, right? 2x into 1 is 2x. If I'm going to take 2x out, 1 will be there. Similarly, if I'm going to take 5, 5 into 2, 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. Now if I'll see here, these two terms are, if these two terms are equally, got it, that means your factorization is correct till now. So this 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1, I'm going to take common, and what is remaining here? 2x, and what is remaining here? Plus 5. I'm going to write like this. Now if the product of two number or two variable is 0, that means either of them are 0. That means either 2x minus 1 is equals to 0, that means x is equals to 1 upon 2, minus will come here, it will become plus 1, 1 upon 2. Or I can write here 2x plus 5 is equals to 0, 2x is equals to minus 5, x is equals to minus 5 upon 2. So these are the two solutions which we got it, half and minus 5 upon 2. So this is the way we solve a factorization using the middle term factorization. Okay, now there is another question. This is not in the standard form, right? So first of all, we need to think about how we can convert into the standard form. Okay, so if we see x minus 3 and 2x plus 3, addition sign, these two have no common factor. So simply what we do it, we multiply it. Like example, I'm just taking 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3. 2 and 3, they don't have common factor. What we'll do? 2 into 3, 6. I will write here 3 and I will write here 2. Why? Because if I have to make this one as 6, I have to multiply by 3. I have to make 2. I have to make 6 this one, then I have to multiply by 2. So like this way, we have to do the similar way here as well. So I'm going to write here x minus 3, 2x plus 3. And the similar way, like cross multiplication, right? 3 into 2. So similarly I will do it here, 2x plus 3, 4 in bracket, because there is one term right here, this is equals to 1. There is nothing in denominator, that means 1. Cross multiply it, how much we are going to get? 2x plus 3, 4 into x is 4x, open the bracket, minus 12. Okay, no need to take this bracket, my bad. and this one is going to multiply here, x minus 3, 2x plus 3. Okay, now like term 2x and 4x both are positive. I'm going to write here 6x, 3 minus 12, 9. Why? Because 12, sine of 12 is greater than 3, so that's why the sine of 12 will come here. Now I have to multiply this whole term, x with whole term, x into 2x plus 3 plus minus 3. If you see here, minus 3 is going to multiply with 2x plus 3. The second term will multiply with whole thing. I took plus. If you want, you can just open the bracket and you can write minus 3, but I am just taking in order to avoid any confusion. Now what we have to do, 6x minus 9 is equals to x into 2x, 2x square, 3 into x, 3x, minus 3 into minus 3 into 2, minus 6x, minus plus minus 3 into 3, 9. Okay, so minus 9 and minus 9 both have same. I am going to cancel it. Okay, or you can bring on one side and then do the calculation. Other way also we can do it. I'm going to bring all the values over here. So this is 2x square plus 3x minus 6x, that will be minus 3x, right? Subtract and the sign of the bigger number will come, and 6x when I'm bringing over here, that will be minus 6x. So now I can write here, rearrange the term. I will write it 2x square minus 3 minus 6, both are like terms. We are going to add it. 3 plus 6 is 9, so 9x. X is common. 2x minus 9 is equals to 0. So x, either this is equals to 0 or this is equals to 0. So x is equals to either 0, because product of two variable if 0, that means either of them will be 0, or 2x minus 9 is equals to 0. Now this already we got it, we are going to write here 0. Another is like 2x is equals to 9, x is equals to 9 upon 2. So this is our answer. So I'm going to write 9. So if you see, this is for 5 marks, and this is simple. Like if you'll see, it was not that much difficult if you know the LCM, how to perform the addition, and then how to open the bracket, multiplication, then you have to convert into the quadratic equation, then check whether we need to use any formula or middle term, or simply factorization will help us. In this scenario, there was simple factorization where we can see that 2x square minus 9x, x was common for both the term. We took common x, and after that we can see, okay, either x will be 0 or x is equals to 9 upon 2. Now there is another question. If you'll see here, x square plus 8x plus 10 is equals to x plus p whole square plus q. Now from this we have to identify the value of p and q. Okay, so if you see, first term is like either we have to expand the left hand side, or we have to make the right hand side in by using the either we cannot, like if we have to do it in this form, then we have to use the method like okay, let's solve it, then we'll see. Okay, so splitting the middle term, if we'll do it, whether it is helping or not, we have to check if it is going to help or not. So if I try to do it, see 5 into 1, right? 10 into 1 is 10, 10, 5 into 2, 10, 5 plus 2 is 7. In this scenario we cannot split up using the middle term. Okay, and if you want to use any other, like there was another way which I mentioned earlier by formula method. So either we have to expand left hand side x plus p whole square, and then we can do it. Let's try doing by that way, then we'll see if there is another method, which is the a plus b whole square. Let's try to do using this method and see if it is working or not. So a plus b whole square is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in this scenario I will write it x square plus 2, a is x, b is p, plus p square q, right? this is our we expand it. Now if you'll see, let's write once again, 8x plus 10 is equals to x squared plus 2 into p, 2p into x plus p square q. Now I will compare, since both the equations are equal, right? Equals to sign. That means the coefficient of each term should be equal. So one is there, one is there. Then fine, we have like first term is fine. Now we'll go with the another term. Okay, so if you'll see here, 8x, coefficient of 8x is 8, coefficient of x is 2p. So in this scenario, 8 is equals to 2p. So p is equals to 8 upon 2, which is going to be 4. Okay. If I compare the last term, this is constant, and in this scenario it is like p square plus q. Now we already have value of p, we can substitute it here. P square, that means 4 square plus q. Q is equals to 10 minus 16. Answer will be minus 6. So this is one way which we can solve the question, by expanding using the formula, and then we can do it. Can we do it by another way? I'm just thinking like, what is there any other way? Okay, let's write once again this question and we'll see if there is another way to solve this question. See, solution can be different way. So during the start, right, if you see I start of the video, then I'll find there are the three methods which I mentioned. Middle term, which we did it, formula is like either this way or minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac, we can do it. And by completing the square method, we'll see if we can utilize this one, because I didn't solve anything using the completing the square method. We'll try to check if we can do it. So in that scenario, completing the square method, how we can do it. So we already know about this formula which we discussed several times in this session, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I'm going to write a square is x, a is done, 2ab, how much 2? 2a is x. What we can multiply with 2x in order to get this middle term, 8x, 4 into 2 is 8. So our third term, we are going to write 4 square in order to complete this, plus 10. Now if you'll see here, this 10 is there, 8x is there, x square. What additional we added here? 4x square. I'm going to subtract it here. Okay, and I'm going to write it x plus b whole square q. Now if you'll see here, this is nothing but a square plus 2ab plus b square. I can write it x plus 4 whole square plus 10 minus 16 is equals to x plus b whole square plus q. My bad, it is not q square, q. So p is equals to, from here what we can compare and get, p is equals to 4, and 10 minus 16 is minus 6, which is equals to nothing but q. So see, we can utilize different way to solve one question. Either you can use the complete square method, or you can just expand and simplify the answer. If you'll see here, like in my previous question, there was one question, let me, 4x square plus 8x minus 5 is equals to 0. I used here middle term factorization, right? If I use the same question, 4x square plus 8x minus 5, let's write here 4x square plus 8x minus 5 is equals to 0. Okay, formula method. Let's compare. A is equals to 4, because we know ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. B is how much? 8, and c is how much? Minus 5. First thing is, right, check whether there is a solution or not. So find out b square minus 4ac, which is 8 square minus 4a, and c is minus 5. 8 square is 64, minus plus 4 into 4 16, 16 into 5 is how much? 80, which is equals to 144. Okay, so I think it is greater than 0, right? So that means we have a solution and distinct solution. So go with the roots. Formula for the roots is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Okay, what is b? 8. I am going to substitute here minus 8 plus minus 144 upon 2 into a is 4. So minus 8 plus minus 12 upon 4 into 2 is 8. plus and minus, so we have to take two times. One time it is plus, another time it is minus. Okay, 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 upon 8, it is going to be half. Minus 12 minus 8 is minus 20 upon 8. 4 into 5 is 20. 4 into 5 is, so half, or minus 5 upon 2. So you got the answer like this way, right? Using this formula, if we compare with my previous answer, we got the similar or same answer, half and minus 5 upon 2. So this is like how we can solve. Either you can use the middle term factorization, or you can use by completing the square method, or we can use any formula like a plus b whole square, or the using the roots formula. This is the way we can solve the quadratic equation. Hope this video will help you to understand the quadratic equation. If in case if you find any difficulty with any of the question, please do share these questions in the comment section to help you. Thank you so much for watching this. Please do subscribe and share this video with your friends. Thank you.